Dat is apart.
Mooi met de regen erop.
Ja.
Yesterday we arrived in Poros. We didn't have much wind, but we got here. That is where the ferry stop and start to the mainland and to the island of Ithaka. It's actually a funny little village. As you see, the weather is not that good. We expect a little rain. Unbelievable. I started filming and a big truck is just stopping here for whatever reason. Well, I hope you can hear me above the sound of that diesel truck. So we're expecting a little rain, but also around 15 knots of wind for the whole day, so that's good. So let's see what this day will bring. I haven't filmed anything from Argastoli to here. It was about 34 nautical miles we did, and it took us 13 hours or something. Way too much, but we didn't have that much wind, and we needed to go because otherwise we get northern winds again starting tomorrow. So we need to go to Ithaka today, otherwise we can wait for at least a week before we can move again. So that's what we're gonna do. Goodbye Poros. It was a short stay, but we slept well. So there is some obstruction somewhere in this marina that we try to avoid. We don't know what it is, we don't know how deep it is. It says nothing, there's no further information.
2.4.
The obstruction could be 10 centimeters below water level, so we don't know that. There's already some decent wind, even behind the hills. And over there is Ithaka. That's the island that we go to. We go eastwards around the island to a protected bay with the village Vathi in it, which should be a very nice village. Our oldest daughter sent us a famous poem about the island. It has a rich history, lots of myths. Looking forward to it. Gonna meet some friends from earlier in Poros. Sun is coming up over the hills. That's always nice. The grey clouds are gone. Only some white clouds. Love it. Oh, by the way, our Greek flag is gone. We'll have to buy a new one. You only see some rest material. The rest is gone with the Medicane. And we are sailing again. We have a good 10 knots now, apparent. So it looks promising. Denk jij ervan, schat?
Ja, het is promising.
Gaat wel worden vandaag, hè? Ja, lekker. What are you trying to do here?
Eten maken.
Why on the floor?
Nou ja, anders moet ik staan, zitten, staan.
It's a little wobbly. There's some waves. Interesting. Well, at least it looks organized.
Het is ook georganiseerd. Gaat best goed.
Yeah, that's it. It's a catamaran, but still, you need to be careful with what you do in these kinds of seas. I'm afraid she's going to flush the breakfast before we can eat it.
Nee.
Oh, okay. We are reaching the Bay of Vathi, which is, the entrance is over there. See the White House. So we need to find out where the best place is to anchor, because the prevailing winds are into the bay. It looks nice. Are we there yet? Yes, we are here. We are in Vathi. We are anchored in the, actually in the harbor, in the bay, and the towns around us. So far enough from the town not to be bothered by it, and close by enough to go to it if we need something. Friends of ours over there that we know from Poros, and the rest of the bay actually is empty. We have the anchor out at a depth of approximately 5 meters and 35 meter chain, so that should be 1 to 7. Scope of 1 to 7. So this is how we do it. Anchor, the bridle, just set the amount of chain out that we want, then we put the snubber on the chain over here and we let it go till there's tension on the bridle, and then we put out some more chain so that it hangs in a curve that is good against shocks. And then we do an extra rope here to be certain that when this brake fails, which happened in Shipwreck Bay in the middle of the night, that the rest of the chain won't go into the water. Of course it is connected to the boat, but still. New problem. And the problem is over here. So this is behind the starboard aft bunk, and this is the steering. The problem is, and that's something I found out in the middle of the night because I was so sick of the knocking. This bolt, which connects this steering rod to the rudder axle, is loose. I already turned it a little down tonight to get rid of the knocking. So that is the rudder axle. This is a steering rod which is connected with a long rod to the other side of the boat. You're looking now into the swim platform. There's a big wooden beam that should keep it straight, which isn't, but it's old, so hey. So this is loose enough to take off by hand. It looks like the bolt is still in one piece. There was a ring underneath, as you can see, but it's no retention ring, it's just a ring. Well, it looks like it's a kind of retention ring. I think I need a better one.
It looks like the thread is still okay, so that's nice. Otherwise we would have a big problem.
So I found some stainless steel retainers, spring retainers, what do you call this? And I hope this will be enough.
Perfect. is the port side, and as you can see, I can't even get my wrench in between the hull and the bolt. So the Dean factory wasn't that precise, but this one is okay anyway. The clunking that we hear, and that's coming from over there. There's a little play in the cable, so I need to put more tension on that, and then we will probably don't have any clunking no more. As you can see, there's a little play in the steering wheel, and I don't know if you can hear it, but if I turn it a little more, you heard that? Those are the cables in the swimming platform, and behind this long narrow hatch is the rod which connects those two rudders with each other. So I'm going to open that one. And here are the cables. These are coming from the steering wheel. There's two of them, and they go to the rod which is over here. Again, some great Dean engineering. When I pull the rod as far as possible to this side, I still don't really have good access to these spanners. It's doable, but not that easy. Need to remove these to be able to loosen the spanner and then put more tension on it. Both nuts go in the same direction because the thread is lefty and righty. So I put more tension on it now, but not too much. So there's a little bit of play, so when the temperature rises or goes down, this can extend or crimp a little without any problems. So now I need to put these nuts back, and then we're done. The thing is, now, so we're steering left, there's not much tension anymore, but when Anja, niet hier, over there, turns the steering wheel, which she's going to do now, please. Andere kant, die kant op. Starboard. Thank you, my love. Now you see that there's no tension anymore on the cable. It's loose, and it's the same. It's the same thing with the other side. That's I don't know. The other side. That's it. Now only 2 tie wraps to keep them from turning, and then we're good.